This is our hatching technique. From hatching, we move on to cross hatching. Cross-hatching, normally the lines would run parallel and the other lines would come across the parallel lines to show some texture, to show some shades and some shadows in our objects. The other shading techniques like stippling or dots or pointillism, we use dots to show some shades where the light comes through. We show some highlights and some form of an object. We also have linear shading technique, which mostly we use the lines. We have the scribbling. We also have smudging. And the last but not least is blending. Smudging and blending are more like similar shading techniques. Because with smudging, the students or an artist takes a pencil and shade. After shading and showing the shadows and our highlights, areas where are hit more by the direct light, the artist would now take a tissue paper or use the fingertip to move around to create and finish the shading. And that is the smudging. With blending, the artists use pencil variations by pressing from dark and pressing lightly towards the outer areas where it's more a little bit of light. But at the end, the drawings and the works done through smudging and blending, they look more similar. As we continue more to elaborate on our shading technique on the next slide, it's an examples or other examples of the shading techniques. Is a continuation. We have the blending or the flat tone technique on the first sphere. The sphere in the center or in the middle, it shows the cross-hatching technique. The last object is using the strokes, the pencil strokes. When you use the pencil strokes, we use a blunt pencil or a flat pencil at the tip. Then we start to shade so that the shading looks more similar like hatching, but it's called stroke technique. Now we are done with our still life, and more or less we are moving towards some exercises and the frequent themes and the topics for our 8-hour exams or 8-hour control exams. The most common topics that we came across throughout the year We have themes like on a shelf. We have leaves, petals, and roots. The third theme is getting ready. The fourth, by the road. The fifth, fractured. The sixth is an open landscapes. The seventh is the market stalls. The eighth is the steps. The ninth is the broken toy. The last one, the 10th, is the shoppers. Within this assignment briefs or the 8-hour exam, a student or an artist choose one starting point. We choose one theme that we work on, a theme that is going to reflect our intentions as the artist to express ourselves or to convey the message as an artist. The first steps that we do in our chosen theme, we start to record. Recording involves steps like brainstorming, research, sketching, and study drawings. Brainstorming is a method of generating ideas and sharing knowledge to solve a particular commercial or technical problem. We say problem because mostly artists are problem solvers. Our research, we do gather informations, we record by drawing or doing sketches. We use drawings and paintings and other related media. Gathering information is based both on primary and secondary resources. We do take photographs to use on our works. We use photographs and other found objects and images to represent our themes. Mostly, the research part is based on the theme that we have chosen, and that is what we follow. We also focus on observations from objects relating to theme structures. As we continue with recording, we do some sketches. Sketches are rough ideas or a representation by an artist to focus on the theme. Careful studies are observation of an object or a specific part of an object. An example of a theme or a topic that we choose, that we are going to brainstorm, is the market stalls from one of our 8-hour exam themes. As we break down the ideas, when we do the market stalls, like in our brainstorming example, the chapter on the screen, we have the shops, we have the advertisements, we have the stalls, we have the kiosks, we have the compartments, we have shoppers, we have fairs, we have the marketplace. One may wonder, how are we going to break down this topic to turn into some drawings? From this aspect, for example, a student or an artist who chose the theme can focus on a subtopic like shoppers. From there, the continuation will be to look for images related to shoppers, be it the market, the customers in a shop holding some trolleys or going through some stores picking items.